Hello friends, it's Cindy Brumbaugh from CindyLeeBDesigns.com, independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. Look at this fun card. It's an easel card, and I think 3-pan, I'm not sure. I saw this technique on Susan Campfield's website, and I thought it was so fun. I changed just a little bit of the measurements to suit my needs, and there we go. It is so cute, but look at that, how it just sits in a fun easel, and then you write a message on the back of the card. This card is so easy to make. You just have to plan out your DSP or your embossed panels. One thing that's nice about there is here on these places, if you don't have the DSP, you could emboss a piece and do that, which I did do on a card with the 100 Acre Wood with the Pooh silly old bear set. So I will be posting that soon when I do a video of those 3 cards. But you can, I had a couple packs of this because we used this in our Busy Bee bag. It was so pretty. We're using the Relaxing Waterside, and the Waterside Retreat, I believe, is the DSP here. I have it right behind me. Waterside Retreat, I was correct. I'm so bad about, I should write them all down, right? So here we go. I'm going to show you how to make this. I have my little kit here. The Waterside Retreat has this fun Adirondack chair that you can stamp, and you can color any color you want with your blends. You could do some weathering to it with some browns and pecans and stuff. Has your little piper and a bird and some fun Happy Father's Day, today's your day, happy birthday, have a great birthday, the book in the coffee cup. There also was a paper pumpkin called Lakeside Retreat that has additional stamp sets in it. So if you got paper pumpkin, this is a perfect companion to that, which is what it was made to do. So it has these 2 different backings that you can put on this die cut Adirondack chair, which is the one that I'm doing here. So let me show you how we're going to do that. Okay, so I've got my pieces here. I did a lot of cutting on this one. Oh, and I don't want to miss these little handles on the chair. So I'm going to actually show you right now this chair so I don't. So this chair die cuts this way. This piece here fits in there, and you can glue it down on there. So what I'm going to show you how I did that. I just took my glue, and I knew it was going to go under here. So I'm going to turn over the chair and put some glue there. Then I'm going to go and put the little, that piece into here. Okay. So I'm putting it in there and sliding it down till it's flush, and there is the chair attached on the back. And then this is kind of free flowing. So I did it that way so that I can come back, turn it over, lift this part up, and put some glue dots right on these, the back there, okay? And then glue it down. Okay, now when you cut this out, this piece here falls out, and it's a perfect little, I don't know, a perfect little square there. If you missed your glue, you can come back here and put a little bit on here. I guess I missed a little bit of it, or it's just taken a second to do. But you don't want to put the glue the whole way across that panel, because then the glue is going to show through where the wood is not, the little slats. So we've got, there we go. So fun little armrests, okay, which totally make the chair 3D, okay? And when you look at the here, you'll see that it has that angled part here. So that part goes right here on your chair, and totally changes it into a 3D chair with that little armrest there. So we're going to do this one as well. Here we go. There we go. It's grass cutting day, and I can hear the mower outside. Hopefully that's not distracting you guys. And put the little longer rounded edge on the side there, and that creates that fun armrest. So we've got our Adirondack chair made there, and then we're just going to look at the pieces that go on the card, because you've got your main card base, and I used Pool Party because it went perfectly with all the colors that are in the paper. And I know I'm gonna miss that. Okay, so this card base, this is where I changed mine up a little bit. It is 11 inches long by 4 1/4 wide, and I scored it at 1 1/4 and then at 6 3/4. So that gives me 5 1/2 in between here. So 1 1/4 and 6 3/4. I liked it because then I could cut a 1 inch section to go into this 1 1/4, and it wasn't too fiddly for me, so that's how I did that. Now you're going to want to decorate these pieces here. So I used a piece from the Waterside Retreat paper. It's a Misty Moonlight. That was sticking to my desk. And it's on the back of the piece that has all those little scenes on it. I really did hate to cut into that, but I really did love this Pool Party stripe there. I just think it just perfect for up there. So you're going to put that there, and that is 4 inches by 1 inch that fits in that section that's 4 1/4 by 1 1/4. And then you need to decorate this part here. Because we scored it the way we did, this is 4 1/4 inch square. So now I just use this fun seagull paper that's muted. It's on the back of the bicycles, and I put it here because we can stamp on it. So what we're going to do is use Misty Moonlight, and we're going to stamp "Today is your day." So I'm going to get some ink on there, and because this is a light colored DSP, you can stamp right on it and it's still going to have a nice effect. So there we go, "Today is your day." And then we're going to turn that over. The bicycles are so pretty too, but it was really fun. If you didn't want to use this much DSP on your card, you could find maybe a embossing folder that has like a water theme to it, like waves or something. We have a few of those from years past. So there is the outside that you're going to see. Now you also have this panel here, okay? Now this panel, I wanted to have about the same amount of DSP showing here. So I did alter mine to be 5 1/8 by 1 1/4. I made it 1 1/4 so that I could get 8 1 1/2s out of a 12 by 12 paper. So that is this piece here, which is 5 1/8 by 1 1/4. And then my DSP, which is, this is pretty too. You could actually use the back of this. That's very pretty, but I did like all of these bobbers here. But you could easily, I don't know, maybe I should do that. Maybe I should. And see, here's a wave paper too. You could have used that on the front too. This paper is really pretty, but I really like these bobbers. They just add so much color to it. But the DSP is pretty too. And it's 1 1/2 inch wide. So I got 8 across a 12 by 12. And it is 4 7/8 because I wanted to go down and leave an 1/8 on each side, since this is 5 1/8. If you take a 1/4 inch off, it goes to 4 7/8, okay? And when I do this, I want this to be flush with the bottom of the card, and also the DSP is going to match up. But here I have an equal amount of DSP showing. So I'm going to put my glue on that section, and then I'm just going to kind of gauge. I'm flush down here, and I just want to make my space just about uniform there, okay? But just make sure that this is going down towards the back. Now see how easy that is done? And then I just use this Spotlight on Nature dies, our great dies with these circles, so many different circles. And that is going to go on here for our focal point. So I'm going to go ahead. I wasn't going to pop that up on this card, but I think I will. Okay, I'm just gonna glue. No, I'm not going to. I'm just going to put the glue on here, okay? And I'm just going to center this circle as if my eye is looking at the card, so that it's looking about the same amount of space on each side. and about the top and the bottom. Okay, so let me get my fingers under there, bring it over a little bit. It looks to be about the, okay, there we go. Adhere that down. I'm going to glue down flat my Adirondack chair. So put some glue on there, on the bigger portions of the chair. And then put that fun chair. And remember, you could have made this Adirondack chair, you could have made a pool party. You could have pulled out Misty Moonlight. There's a little bit of a red tone in there too. So that is going to go in the middle of your circle. And I've been thinking of how to get some texture of embellishment on there. Now I went ahead and stamped Relax on a piece of Pool Party, and I used a very old punch called a washi tape punch. Very valuable on eBay. If you have one of those and you need to make a mortgage payment, you could sell one of these. So I cut it out with that washi tape, and then I just came back and made a pennant end with my scissors or a square end of a square punch. And that's going to be going on the side of the chair, popped up. That might be a great place to put a little bit of some texture with an embellishment. And I had a little piece of, I had a little piece of this trim, and I was wondering how that might look putting under there. So if I put this dimensional over closer under here and stick one more dimensional on here, I think one more will fit. Yes, I could put that trim coming off, just kind of like some frayed. Yeah, I think that'll work. And then I'll just take my, so if you have some linen thread that we have, I just thought it needed a little something. Just a little bit of something on there, like rope, like, so we've got the Relax. Now you're asking me, okay, we've got the front done, Cindy, but what about the easel part? That's super easy. I just left this blank because I liked seeing the Pool Party behind. No need to use up my DSP there, because you're gonna see more of this right here. So I use this really pretty fish pattern. Like I said, there's waves on there too. So, oh, almost covered up the fish. So that also is a 4-inch square. So you can get 9 of those out of a 12 by 12 if you're making multiples of this card. You're gonna put your fish down here, make sure they're going in the right orientation, that they're not going, I mean, they could go that way, but I put it that way, okay? And this is where we're gonna do our easel. Now the easel, oh, I need my 1-inch piece here, but I know I can easily cut one. It has to be 3 3/4 by 1. Okay. So the easel, I decided to use that same measurement that is here, which is 1 1/4, and I'm going to put that right there. It has to be popped up because that's the easel part of your card. So you're going to put some dimensionals under that strip that's going to go across. I made it 4 inches by 1 1/4 tall because I wanted it to, the pool parties to lean into each other, like kind of be cohesive. You could make it the whole way this 4 1/4, but I just chose to do 4. And you can put that just a little bit up, maybe 3/4 of an inch up from the bottom, okay? That's gonna be your easel so that your card's gonna sit on. But we want a sentiment there. So this is 1 inch tall to go in 1 1/4, and this is 4 inches, so this is 3 3/4. And I just did have a great birthday. But like I said, I was just looking at the Lakeside Retreat paper pumpkin, and it has a lot of fun sentiments in it as well. Have a great birthday, and I just kind of put that right in the middle using well, it looks like I'm going to turn it over. And I used Misty Moonlight again, because that's the darker blue that's in here. Okay, so let's just stamp that, hold it down, make sure I've got it equal pressure. There we go. Okay, and then that is just going to go onto that easel. I put some glue there and center that in here so that we have the same amount on top, bottom, left, and right. Okay, and that creates that easel just like that. See that easel, the way it sits right up against there. Isn't that fun? This paper was gorgeous. So we needed a place to write. You can't really write back here because you would see it and it would kind of take away from the focal point. So we're gonna put it on the back. And there's also a great pattern that has life jackets and oars in it, but I liked this pattern because it had the pool party in it too, and you could see what those are, but I'd rather use that pattern when I'm using a bigger piece of it to show off what that is. So I just put this pattern on the bottom of this piece of white, and that piece of white is 4 inches wide by 5 1/4. That's your typical A2 sized inside outside if you're putting 1/8 of an inch the whole way around your card. So here we go, and I'm just going to put that on the back of the card using glue. I have a little bit of wiggle room, so I'm going to try to center that nicely. And you could also stamp something else back on there if you want, but isn't that fun? Super easy to make this easel card. Thank you for the inspiration, Susan Camfield. And it was 11 inches. I scored it at 1 1/4 and 6 3/4, so that I ended up with a 5 1/2 inch section in the middle there. That leaves me 4 inches on this bottom flap, so I could put a 4 by 4 in here. This easel part was 4 by 1 1/4, and this is 3 3/4 by 1 for the white. That's the easel. When it folds up, you also see this. You could use an embossing folder pattern here. Really would look pretty there too if you don't want to use so much DSP, but this one was just perfect because I could stamp on it. It's also 4 by 4 square. And then this section here, because it's 1 1/4, our DSP was 1 by 4, and this mechanism I made 5 1/8 by 1 3/4, so that I could put a 1 1/2 piece wide of DSP, because that gives you 8 across a 12-inch piece of DSP. And also to go in 5 1/8, I use 4 7/8. Here I just put a little bit of it's actually what I could do is probably, it's a little bulky there, but I think it's going to be fine because it's not really a button, but you can press it down. I used the washi tape punch. If you have a die from another set that actually will cut out the relax nice, because you don't want anything too big because you want the focal point of the Adirondack chair there. So today is your day. You could use this card for anything, and get out that paper pumpkin that you haven't opened up yet. It is beautiful. Thanks for buzzing by, friends.